Hey everybody, this is DJ Will, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Aviary Attorney. So today is the trial of Madame Dame Caterline. So with that in mind, let's get into it and see if we can get our client off. Falcon and Sparrowson stand inside the marble portico of the Palais of Justice, awaiting the opening of the Tribunal de Grande Instance. Are you nervous, Falcon? Yep. Of course I'm nervous. We're woefully underprepared for this case. 2 days! We had 2 days to prepare! How are we expected to get anything done in that time frame? Calm your feathers, Falcon. We can do this. Monsieur Falcon, Petite Sparrowson. Dame Caterline. Is there anything you need me to do? No, we got the handle on things. Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case. Ah, Sparrowson, you are a master of exact wording and blatant lies at times. That's wonderful. I just know you two will pull through. Let's move it along, fellas. Ah, I'll be watching from inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon. We always do. We will. Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready. Ah, Falcon got his confidence back. Let's get into it. Alright, settle down everyone, settle down. Is everybody here? JJ Falcon present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Rupert Rabington present. The ready is prosecution, Your Honor. The ready is prosecution. I'm sure the ready is darn, that's not it. You think? Oh gosh, where are my notes? Ha! I knew it! Knew what? Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes. Oh, was he smart? Psh, no, he always got the second worst marks in the class. I can assume they both threw the final exams on the look of his two rabbit's feet. Unless he's improved considerably, he might already have this trial in the bag. That's good to know. But say, Sparrowson, if Rupert's got the second lowest marks in the class, then who scored the lowest? Guess, Falcon. Guess. I choose to exercise my right to not self-incriminate. Fifth Amendment, good stuff. And of course, here it is. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Are the jury all present? All present and accounted for, Your Honor. Hey Falcon, I thought there were only 6 members of the jury for cases like this. Why do I count to 8? Oh, that's too bad for the funny hats our assessors, the associate judges. Everything seems to be in order, so let us begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Caterline the Meow. Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand. Oh gosh, are we there already? Okay, I should call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Valletti, to the witness stand. Make sense? Inspector Valletti, please approach the stand and recite the oath. As you will, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. What? Wait a minute. Why does this man in pirate attire? You're supposed to be the police. Why are you dressed like the people who robbed them? Monsieur, Inspector, please state your, name and occupation for the record. My name is Inspector Just Valletti. I am a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats that plague the city. The gutter rats. I wonder who exactly you consider those. Well, that's neither here nor there. I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian Killer to justice. My path begins 18 years ago. Let's stick to the questions, Inspector. Indeed, we don't have all that time. Of course, Your Honor. Oh great, I was hoping we could have one of those bumbling custody officers, but instead we're stuck with lawful goody two-shoes. I bet this guy would turn into his own mother if he saw her littering. Yeah, I get those vibes. So, Inspector, is it true that you're the lead investigator on this case? That is correct. I was also among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. Then perhaps you could walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival. Absolutely. Here's what, the lady. Just after 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron McGill. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Caterline the Meow. She was staying over the corpse of Monsieur Grenwee with his blood on her paws. That was not information that was previously handed to us, I believe. That would have been useful information. Well, that sounds like an open and shut case in my humble opinion. No, more questions, Your Honor. But, bloody paws! Nobody told me that detail! Keep it together, Falcon. You're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's the opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony. And besides, I'm pretty sure I know where those bloody paws came from. We've got this. Of course, I know this. You may begin your cross-examination, Monsieur Falcon. Cross-examination. Cross-examine witness to find flaws in the testimony. Select a key phrase that you find suspicious, and Falcon will press the witness for information. Ask the right questions to bring the truth to light. Avoid pressing for pointless details. The judge and jury don't like having their time wasted. Fair enough. Select a statement of question. Inspector, you say Dame Caterline had blood on her paws. Let's just get right into it. Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to a convict. How much blood was there on these paws, Inspector? Enough for it to be clear that she dirtied her hands on the victim's body. We noticed blood on the suspect's nails, around her fingertips, and even a little around her mouth. Her mouth? How vile. The inspector's answer seems pretty definitive. Yes, I have another question. Whose blood was it? Whose blood was it? Surely you guys at least did the basic forensic testing to tell the difference, right? Ha! What a question! It was Monsieur Grenwee's, of course. How can you be so sure? Again, did you do any forensic testing at all? I object! This line of questioning is absurd! I object to you! Remington. Anyway. There was only one murder victim that night, Falcon. The blood on Dame Caterline's paws could have only belonged to one person, Monsieur Grenwee. Judge! Falcon's trying to delay the trial by asking pointless questions. I'm going to ask a question that is far from pointless. How did you possibly get your license? I'm afraid the prosecution may have a point, Monsieur Falcon. Fair enough. Do you have any reason to suspect the blood belongs to someone other than Monsieur Grenwee? Yes. Of course I do. I do, Your Honor. Actually, I have more suspicion. I have evidence the blood on Dame Caterline's paws have nothing to do with the murder. This is foolish time-wasting, Falcon. I just said that we had evidence. The blood was not Grenwee's. How is that foolish time-wasting? If the blood on Dame Caterline's paws didn't come from the victim, then where did the blood come from? If you did any actual investigating, Mr. Prosecutor, the answer would be rather obvious. On the evening of the murder, Dame Caterline ate a bloody red steak. Is this true, Monsieur Remington? Well, in a matter of, speaking, I suppose steak may have been on the, menu. Fair enough. I guess you did technically take a peek. In that case, though, you're just incompetent for not putting two and two together, but we already knew this. Then, Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on these paws not belong to the victim, but to the steak? Well... Wait! Don't, answer that, Inspector! Judge, the prosecutor is telling the witness not to answer the truth when he knows full well how relevant this is. It is a possibility. No! Intriguing. Pretty convincing. I gained a little bit of that favor with the jury. Nice. So, Inspector Belletti, is it possible you arrested an innocent bystander simply for being a messy eater? Now, hold on just a minute, Falcon. You're overlooking something quite crucial. Wow. That was slightly more articulate than I expected from you. Not significantly, but still. Dame Caterline is an elegant bourgeois kitten. She is no doubt brought up with the flawless etiquette and the perfect table manners. At the banquet, she would have eaten the steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right, like any proper civilized animal. Remington, are you a classist? Not everybody will be able to afford like all that fancy like tableware. Are you saying that if they can't purchase some nice fancy like silverware, that they're uncivilized? That will be noted for future reference. How could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws who's such a good man? Oh, that's a good question. Or at least it would be at any ordinary dinner banquet. Had you been paying attention, Remington, and done your due diligence, you see where this is going. But as it happens, something was missing from this particular banquet. Something that forced Dame Caterline to eat with her paws. Thank you, Caroline. Dame Caterline was forced to eat steak with her paws because the silverware of the household had previously been stolen. Stolen? I don't recall any mention of that in the police report. And that's why you do a little bit of investigating of your own, Remington. We weren't aware of anything missing from the Regil residence when we performed the initial investigation. How did you miss that? But as it happened, Baron Regil approached us about this very subject last night. Innocent perhaps? What a twist! I gained a little more favor with the jury. What is the meaning of all this? Bloody steak, misplaced silverware? Inspector, was the investigation so lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report? Yup. Incompetent. Lax? My investigation? Judge, I assure you I'm the most thorough investigative officer on the force. That isn't as good a comment as you think it is. In fact, that seems pretty bad with all the context. Jeez. Then it is amazing that the Parisian police may solve any crimes at all. Heh! Oh, don't get me started, Sparrow. Oh dear. Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little investigating for your next case. Oh, Maxine got him. Fine, so be it, messieurs. Until next time. And now we'll let you hate us. That hopefully won't be a problem in future cases. Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready. Yes, of course, Your Honor. I call upon, let's see, Monsieur Robinio, the, photographer who attended the banquet on the night of the murder. Monsieur Robinio, please approach the stand and recite the oath. How does it go? I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Ah, yes. This face is the face of someone who is very trustworthy. Then again, that might be a little bit birdist, not gonna lie. It's a little cliche, to be perfectly honest. Then you should have no issue upholding it. Could the, witness please introduce himself for the, court record? As anybody in this courtroom does not immediately recognize me, I am the great Monsieur Robinio, cutting-edge photographer and visionary. Cutting edge, eh? I don't just take people's pictures, I capture their very essence. Je suis l'artiste, c'est un peep. You may have seen my works in hit magazines Les Branches or C'est Chouette. I can send you tweets if you like. What on earth is a tweet? Birds of communication. Come on, Falcon, it's the 19th century. Get with the times already. Oh no. They created Twitter over a century early. Yes, your works are very impressive, Mr. Robinio. But let's get down to business. Could you tell us your activities were on, what your activities were on the night of the murder? Very well. I was hired by Grenwee to capture the evening's events. Noted. I arrived at 7 in the evening. I pointed my camera and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed by Grenwee and left. Like a true artist. And, with regards to the photograph itself, who did you photograph? Let's see. I thought you might ask. I brought a copy so that you can all see for yourselves. Oh, very good. Let's take a closer look. My word, this is an exquisite picture, isn't it? So, let's see. Who do we have here? In the middle, we see Baron McGill, the one who hosted the events. On the left, we see Seigneur Petron de Meow, the father of the defendant named Caterline. What is that? Is that a clock hand? And finally, we see the housemaid, Colleen Duhat, who I suspect may have snuck into the picture uninvited. As you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is the victim, Monsieur Grenwee. The second is the defendant, named Caterline Meow. Quite suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Just a moment, Monsieur Remington. This proves nothing. The defendant and the victim were not photographed with the others. That didn't mean they would have gotten together at that point. Hold your horses, Falcon. I'm not done yet. I'm sure you're not. The prosecution may continue with their nonsense. Behind the photograph subjects, we see a wall clock with a time set at 7:30. Now, why is the time significant? Well, as the Inspector Belletti told us earlier, that was the exact time the murder took place. It's also forged. That evidence is forged. Do you see, Falcon? I see that you couldn't even spot fake evidence to save, a person's life. Every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Caterline herself. Falcon, something is fishy. In the jail cell, Dame Caterline told she was present when the photograph took place, but I don't see her in Robinio's photograph. That's true, but I can't use Dame Caterline's testimony as evidence. It has too little weight. I mean, you could at least get it on the record, every bit helps. And then if you can just get a bit more evidence on top of that. I get where he's coming from now. If I want to prove that Monsieur Robinio's photograph is not a valid piece of evidence, I will have to dish out evidence of my own. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Very well, the defense may proceed. It's a waste of time if you ask me. Photographs are rock-solid evidence. Of course it's a waste of time, Neo. You didn't even really investigate, did you? At all. Like, did the police even note this down? Cross-examination. Select the statement of question. Let's take a closer look at this photograph. Just to clarify, Monsieur Rubinio, photographs are a direct reflection of reality, are they not? That is correct. The photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies. So you say. That's most curious, because I see a mistake. A mistake? Impossible! I just told you, Monsieur, the camera's a perfect unbiased device. The photographs it produces are flawless. Falcon, I'm not seeing any, mistakes. Perhaps you could be more specific, because you didn't even bother looking. Certainly. The clock in this photograph. There's something not right about it. Well, isn't that convenient? The defense sees something wrong with the key piece of evidence that implicates its client. Don't give me that cocky tone, Monsieur Rabington. I have evidence that there's something wrong with the clock in that picture. The photograph clearly clears the clock's hands, pointing out 7 and 6. That much is self-evident. You arrogant clown. Do you not see the issue? Which is most curious, because the clock in the lounge at Chateau Crinier has no hands! It has no hands? The clock is merely a decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask Grenwee Gill or his housemaid if you have doubts. Monsieur Rubinio, how do you explain this discrepancy? I don't know! There must be some sort of mistake! My camera is flawless! Oh, I'm sure the camera is flawless. However, there is no mistake, Monsieur. Your photograph depicts something that does not exist in the real world. Maybe there was an error in the printing process. Or an error precisely where the clock's hands should be? Please, Monsieur, don't patronize us. Allow me to offer a more plausible explanation. You, Monsieur Rubinio, edited this photograph! Edited? I'm no expert, but I suspect you used paint or ink to carefully put hands upon the clock. That should be easy enough for a master artist and extraordinaire such as yourself, Rubinio. You've been caught. It would have been a simple task to say the clock face was bare. One could even speculate that he specifically chose to include a handless clock in the photograph just to simplify the editing process. Falcon, your reasoning's absurd! Why would the witness do such a thing? Is it not obvious? Falcon, you forget your audience. It's probably not obvious to him. So, to clarify, by showing the photograph to have taken place at precisely 7:30, it clears all photograph subjects of suspicion. In other words, Monsieur Rubinio's created a perfect alibi. Rubinio, what have you done? Of course, those were the further questions. Who is the witness protecting? And why? Was Mr. Rubinio coerced, bribed, threatened? Enough silence! Let's hear some answers, Mr. Rubinio! Indeed. Fine! You've got me! I'm guilty! I do know! Well, that was easy enough. You did it? You're confessing to the murder of Monsieur Grenwee? What? No! I have no idea who killed the frog. I'm just admitting I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. That's still a crime, Rubinio. That's still a very, very bad crime. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photographs And yes, that included adding hands to the clock. You were ordered? By whom? I dare not say. Monsieur Robinio, I strongly advise you to answer the defense's question. You have pledged to speak without fear, after all. Mm-hmm. And beyond that, things are looking very, very bad for you. Obstruction of justice. Tampering with evidence. Perjury. If you don't speak up, you could go away for a very, very long time. With respect, Judge, I fear his claws more than I fear the punishment of the justice system. I shall name no names. There's a lot I could say here, but his claws! Did you hear that, Falcon? That is most unfortunate. Monsieur Robinio, we cannot and shall not torture names out of you. We don't live under the Ancien regime, after all. But since you have admitted to falsifying evidence, then we cannot keep you on the stand as a witness. Take your leave. You shall be charged with perjury in due course. I can protest. That's the least I deserve for my failure as an artist. Good day, messieurs. You know, I do not like the man. But the small hints, of what he showed in this moment. Good day, Monsieur Robinio. And I hope you do better, as an individual and as an artist. Intriguing, pretty convincing. I gained a little more favor with the jury. It's all going as planned. So the clock's hands were painted on. So what? It doesn't matter. The photograph still depicts Dame Caterline as absent close to the time of the murder. That's significant. We just proved that that photograph is a ton of hot garbage. We just proved the photograph's worthless. Like, it's useless. Don't be dense, Monsieur Remington. Hard thing to ask of him. If the photograph's not completely genuine, then it cannot be considered reliable evidence. Why not? It's still a portrayal of the night's events from a tainted perspective. Because if we accept that one part of the picture was edited, then we must accept the possibility that other parts were too. It's possible that Dame Caterline was painted out. Even worse, it's possible another person was painted in. Intriguing. He was not here. She's a thief, not a killer. Why would he? He gave us too much information. He let us look like search his entire house and everything. Like, he gave us too much information, but a lot of things are looking bad for him right now. And obviously it's not Mr. Meow. Like, come on. We knew the witness was trying to cover for someone, so all possibilities must be accounted for. So what are you saying, Falcon? Did the housemaid paid out the photographer? Or was Seigneur painted repertoire to Meow, perhaps? I don't think so. The housemaid lacks a means and motive. I agreed. And it would make sense for Seigneur Pertois to implicate his own daughter. Well, surely you're not suggesting the honest and beloved Baron Regil deliberately tried to frame Dame Caterline. It doesn't add up. But that's where all the evidence is pointing. Because that would be the most outlandish theory yet. The Baron's a pillar of our community. He would never do such a thing. Monsieur Remington, I'm not here to throw accusations. That's the job of you, the prosecutor. And oh boy, does he do a lot of that. However, maybe I should offer my opinion. Wait a minute, you can't do that! But Baron, it's not time for your witness testimony yet. Yeah, you can just run up and get on the stand. Leave! So you would think, Prosecutor, and yet I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence. Fair enough. But I'm just saying, Baron, a lot of things are looking bad for you right now. You better have a good, strong line of defense. Incompetence? Yes, Remington. Incompetence. Indeed. Let us proceed with witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? Yes, I suppose that's fine. Very good. And I trust that the defense has no objections. No objections here. Fantastic. Oh, before I forget, I plan to speak without fear and prejudice, etc., etc. You did not plan to speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Etc., etc. does not stand in, as a good, substitute for those words. Now, Prosecutor, ask me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening. Oh, okay. Baron McGill, on the, night of the, Baron McGill is practically the prosecutor at this case. He's ordering Remington he's telling Remington what to say. The initial dinner went magnificently. Well, we know it did for somebody. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Grenwee left to visit the garden. Honestly, Monsieur Grenwee really should have just stayed to get the picture taken. Dame Caterline followed behind him moments later. Seigneur Pretoire, Monsieur Rubinio, and myself were all engaged in conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer left, my housemaid left to go find Monsieur Grenwee and Dame Caterline. That would be when I heard her cry for help. Thank you, Baron. I think we all know the story from there. I would like to cross-examine the witness. Do you doubt my integrity, Garçon? Well, yes. By definition. We do. You're a suspect, man. I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron. Indeed. Very well, then. Hit me with your best shot. Let's establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron McGill, am an honest man. The defense will proceed with the cross-examination. Cross-examination. Select a statement of question. The garden. Baron, we seldom met a scene in your garden for ourselves. I'm curious about all the horses, but I don't want to... I'm sure one question out of curiosity is fine. If I may ask, what's with all the horses? I beg your pardon? There are all these horses and cherub statues in your garden. To be frank, we found the whole thing a little weird. Could the defense please stop horsing around? They can't possibly have any relevance to the case. It doesn't. No, Your Honor, it doesn't. But hey, you can't bray a man for trying. No, Falcon! No! No, Falcon! Ferris is running off on you! Not bad. Not bad at all. Do I have another question about the garden? Yes. Baron McGill, when was the last time you ventured into your own garden? As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my own garden for years. Objection! That is questionable. Years, you say? Indeed. Baron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny. Oh, and why is that? Because we have hard evidence you've been in the garden recently. Very recently. Balderdash! My word is gold. Show the court this so-called hard evidence of that I've been in my garden. This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain basin, right beside where the murder occurred. A cigar butt? That could belong to, anybody, and... Prosecutor, please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself. Okay. Sorry, Baron. That is indeed the remnants of one of my cigars. But I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, if I misunderstood your initial question. How convenient. How convenient. Are you about to have a revised witness testimony? What is this, Ace Attorney? You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years. Quick change. But naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. That must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin. In the top? Buried? Wow. Were you flying when you dropped it? You see, Falcon? That's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I would find it unbelievable if the cigar was casually discarded. But it happened, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's upper basin, a location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience. And a little paddling. The cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden. There are any number of possible explanations. Are there? Are there really? Are there? Because I can only think of one. That is that you, Baron McGill, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your illicit activities. Did I now? And what illicit activities would those be? You want me to spell it out? Fine, let's put everything on the table. You, Baron McGill, murdered Monsieur Grenwee! That is what you were trying to keep hidden! Directly accusing me of murder? How shamelessly brazen! Well, I mean, if the shoe fits. That's a ludicrous accusation, Falcon. The Baron's an upstanding citizen of the highest order. Your allegation is baseless. You have no evidence, no means, motive, or opportunity. Wait, what are you talking about? We have all of those. Means. Edited photo. Allows for a distraction, like later on. Just goes out there and guts him like a fish. Motive. Money. Easy motive. Opportunity. Plenty of that. Plenty of it. No evidence? They caught him, Monsieur Remington. Every piece of evidence points to Baron McGill as the prime suspect. You want the means? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion's claws are sharp as a surgeon's blade. Getting a frog blade would be trivial to him. Even Mr. Robinho confessed just moments ago that he feared his claws. And who else could it be? Pertois de Meow wasn't even there. And Mr. Meow is not a man. Colleen Duhat, she couldn't have killed him because, well, she couldn't have killed him. She lacks the means, she lacks the motive, and she lacks the opportunity. She was the maid the entire night. The only person it could have been under these circumstances was you. And all the evidence is pointing towards you. But why? Why would he let us into his house? Why would he not fight harder? He literally just let us come in, look at everything, and get all the evidence that incriminated him. The Baron didn't come off as a stupid man. Ridiculous. I would never threaten a man with violence. Unless you're sufficiently angered. I'm on to you, McGill. I still remember what happened in that one timeline of things. You want a motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive! While moving a business partner, the Baron's share of his railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. This is preposterous! And finally, the Baron had an opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, and yet his no steak of food and necessitates good cutlery. Why? Why? Like, that was a very... That decision can only... All it does is make you look bad. Like, in hindsight. Like, it really does. Why? To play the heads of his guests, of course. And that's... Then, he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the guests in front of a handless clock to make for easy editing is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said. Prosecutor, are you just gonna let this slanderous yarn go uncontested? Say something! Object! Are you forgetting who the prosecutor is? Rabbington cannot help you. You're pitifully useless. After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence, his finished cigar. He knew that leaving at the crime scene raised suspicion, but he didn't have time to properly dispose of it. So out of desperation, he threw it in his fountain, out of the sight of his guests and any snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Senor Petois the Meow, so that would ensure total control of his railway company. Alas, Dame Caterline was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised. This is an outrage! Judge, I demand you disbar this ranting lunatic! This is an outrage. No! There's only one outrage here! That is, that man gets so able to abuse his mother's stats to frame an innocent girl for murder! Ooh, I like that zoom in. Like, look at this Falcon! I never think he had an eagle's face, but you can tell Falcon is mad. He's furious. You're bourgeois of the worst kind! How dare you, Garçon! The utter nerve for a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse a philanthropist like myself of something so heinous! Bruh. All the evidence points to you. All we want is to make the right call. And the right call is unfortunately looking like you were stupid. You killed a man, invited to your house to get all the evidence to convict you. That's what the evidence is looking like right now, currently. I'm nailing with the fat crap bourgeois. You are literally a liar. I'm a respectable, hard-working capitalist. No, you're a ruthless man who has slaughtered a dear friend just to reap you. No, you're a ruthless man who has slaughtered a dear friend just to reap a few francs. You incredulous whelp! I oughta get you right here and now, like you got it, Monsieur Grenwee, perhaps? Like a frog! Of all the things you could have said, you could have said literally anything. But yeah, I think this trial's over. Falcon just speechless. Rabbington just speechless. Could someone please restrain the Baron? I'm on it, Your Honor. For once, Quark is useful. Let's go, old man, to the conciergerie with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw! I can walk myself. This is quite a turn of events. Does the prosecution have anything to add? Anything meaningful? Probably not. Well, in a matter of, speaking, well, to be honest, no. One word, Rabbington. Just say no. No. Thank you. Thank you very much. Then I shall now compel the members of the jury to come to a decision. I ask that the animals of the court please be patient in this time. Falcon, that was pretty incredible. And on 2 days worth of time to get evidence. Thank you. I just hope it was enough. What do you mean? You just proved Caterline's innocence. We'll get a not guilty verdict for sure. Sparrowson, I think you've misunderstood something important about the justice system. What's that? I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It's just not possible. All we can do is organize the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. I haven't proved Dame Caterline's innocent. All I have done is demonstrate the significant possibility that she is not guilty. But isn't all that we need that possibility? Reasonable doubt. I'm not sure I understand the difference. We have reached a decision. In light of the recent revelations, it is clear that an error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously define the defendant, Dame Caterline the Meow, to be not guilty. Boom. Not guilty. Nice. Monsieur Falcon, Baptiste Sparrowson, you did it. Yeah, I suppose we did, didn't we? We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. Sorry if I can't get the voice exact, my throat's a little scratch. You did it, Falcon! I can't take all the credit. This is a group achievement. I'm so proud of you both. I'll go get 1 bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses. You're amazing, Monsieur Falcon. Aw, it was nothing. I very much like the way you... Pardon? Come again? I very much like the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I didn't pin anything. Sparrowson and I just worked at unveiling the truth, given the facts of the case. Monsieur Falcon, there's no need to play coy. The case is over. We have made a horrible mistake today. Play coy? Don't tell me you're actually being sincere. We've been duped. I'm completely lost. Oh wow, I thought the good thing was an act, but you actually don't know. Alright, I'll spell it out for you. Oh no! She's about to do a villainous monologue! She's about to do a villainous monologue on us! I murdered Monsieur Grenwee. I saw him in the garden, all drunk and vulnerable, and I seized my opportunity. It was nothing personal, just business, you understand. Business? Her father's business. She behaved like a fucking assassin. To increase my papa's share in the train company, of course. My papa always said that the drunk old frog was the weakest link. Man. Your confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found Baron McGill's cigar butt hidden in the garden. It was... She framed him. Oh, I put that there. It was planted. I expected the police to find it, but I suppose I was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris's finest. But Falcon proved that Monsieur Robinio's photograph was edited. He feared his claws. Obviously, her father would... It was edited. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Grenwee in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Monsieur Robinio to paint me over Baron McGill and add hands to the clock. But that lazy artist had managed to finish altering the photograph by trial day. We were too competent to get the right result.
She was sus anyway.
T. Saying you do believe me, don't you, is not on its own.
Blaming your attorney.
Jeez.
Right after blaming her attorney for no reason. Talking about some. My dad said he was gonna get the finest ones in France, but not so. So we got you cracking crusty first lawyers.
Some clients are rude jerks. That is not proof of guilt.
She stopped them too, like, I'm gonna go investigate now. Wait! You do believe me, right? And it wasn't like, you believe me, don't you? It was like, you do believe me.
Well, yes, it seems shady, but she's a cat. Cats are often shady.
That's a controversial statement. Have you not read LSE?
Fair.
It's cats. He can do it because he's a cat.
I have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived. It's a good thing that Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative, because that could have gone very badly.
I love how she says imaginative.
Sparrowson, you are a very unethical individual. But please call the cops right now and just say that Caterline the Meow has committed theft. She has stolen our integrity from us.
That's so dramatic.
What's with the silence? You should both be proud. There aren't many lawyers in the whole of France that could have won a case like this, even for a bourgeois kitty like me. Bourgeoisie, like. Falcon just has no words. I think you should leave. How's Sparrowson just with that constant smile? Fine. So much for the celebrations. Here's the payment for your services, straight from my papa's pockets. 40 francs. We just let a killer off for 40 francs. Wait a minute, you just got 10,000 francs. Where's our money? Get out. Well, adieu, Monsieur Falcon. Adieu, Petite Sparrowson. Falcon? What do we do now? Falcon? That case is infuriating. well, that's the end of Act 1. I suppose we'll just have to come back. Thank you for enjoying this Let's Play of Aviary Attorney with us. And next time, we'll see if we can get a client who is not actually a criminal off the hook. Thank you, and have a good day.